This is the Intercontinental Broadcasting Corporation. Sa Bagong Pilipinas.
Good evening. This is 13 News.
We bring you the day's top stories
that shape the country and the world.
Let's get into the headlines right now.
Former House Speaker Martin Romualdez denies role in the recantation of 4 members of the so-called Maleta boys.
Senator Lauren Legarda confirms she filed a medical leave, but insists that leaving the country should not be linked to any accusations.
Palace says the U.S. government's request to extradite Pastor Apollo Quiboloy is now under review.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. visits Ilocos Norte, leading a mass graduation and bringing aid to those in need.
And in news abroad, at least 7 people are dead in a school shooting in Thailand.
All these and more here on 13 News.
First in the news tonight, the recantation of 4 members of the so-called Maleta boys has sparked a new twist in the flood control controversy, with the Office of the Ombudsman vowing to investigate those allegedly behind their sudden change of statements.
The Ombudsman also warned that lawyers involved could face sanctions while denying allegations that authorities had threatened the former bagman into testifying.
Meanwhile, former House Speaker Martin Romualdez denied any role in the recantations, as other lawmakers gave contrasting reactions to the latest developments. The full report from IBC News correspondent Juan Antonio.
The Office of the Ombudsman will not let pass those who's behind the recantation of 4 members of Maleta boys. The Ombudsman will also find out the lawyers of the 4 bagmen for them to request to the Supreme Court to discipline them and could possibly remove from the role of attorneys.
Hindi namin palalampasin to. It's up to them. If they really want to fight it out that way, dirty, then we will just go to the Supreme Court and ask them to be defrocked and to be taken out of the role of attorneys.
The Ombudsman also denied the allegations that they are threatening the ex-bodyguards. Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla also made a veiled remark against lawyer Attorney Levy Baligod.
Sir, given these recent developments, can you say na trustworthy pa ba si Attorney Baligod?
Was he ever?
In his Facebook post, former Senator Antonio Trillanes said that he sympathizes with what the so-called Maleta boys are going through because of their lack of livelihood. The former senator also expressed hope that the other Maleta boys would awaken to the truth. Meanwhile, former House Speaker Martin Romualdez denied Ombudsman's allegation that he's behind the recantation. He said this proved what he had been saying all along, that the accusations against him are false. The lawmaker reiterated that he is ready to defend himself. Juan Antonio, IBC News.
The Department of Foreign Affairs has confirmed it has endorsed to the Department of Justice the request of the U.S. government to extradite Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. The DOJ in response disclosed they received voluminous records today from the DFA. They will begin reviewing the documents on Monday to determine the next steps. For its part, Malacanang said the U.S. extradition request must be carefully studied to ensure justice for both alleged victims and the accused. Quiboloy, listed among the FBI's most wanted for sex trafficking, fraud, and cash smuggling, is currently detained at the Pasig City Jail on separate domestic cases of alleged sexual abuse and human trafficking.
Tonight, Senator Lauren Legarda issued a formal statement confirming she filed a medical leave with the Senate. This covers dates from August 3 to 5. She appealed to the public not to draw unwarranted conclusions from her travel abroad. Legarda stressed that her trip should not be linked to any recent false and baseless allegations that she says unfairly tarnish her decades of public service.
The departure of Senator Loren Legarda and her son, Congressman Leandro Leviste, has drawn attention as questions also emerged over the senator's reported medical leave amid an ongoing NBI investigation. Officials maintain they expect the two lawmakers to return to the country while the Department of Justice continues its separate investigation into Senator Robin Padilla's alleged role in helping Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa avoid arrest. IBC News correspondent Victor Liantino has the details.
In the face of looming legal battles and controversies, the National Bureau of Investigation has confirmed that Senator Loren Legarda and her son Congressman Leandro Leviste have left the country. This happens as the NBI continues its probe into alleged smear campaign against Executive Secretary Ralph Recto.
Nagbiyahe sila August 2, Sunday. Umalis papuntang Hong Kong si Congressman Leviste, si Senator naman. Yung final destination niya ay sa France.
Following news of their departure, Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Rimulya expressed confidence that the two lawmakers will eventually return to the country to face potential charges.
Yung ba tatakasan talaga nila? I don't think tatakas sila. Babalik yan.
Okay, sir.
Babalik yan. Naniniwala kami, babalik.
Thank you, sir.
Baka gusto nilang umuwi na nakaposas pag hindi sila bumalik, di ba?
Meanwhile, conflicting information has surfaced at the Senate regarding Senator Legarda's absence. Senator Erwin Tulfo shared that Legarda had allegedly sent a letter to Senate President Sherwin Gatchalian to file for a medical leave.
Fairness to her, medical leave po, kausap po namin ni SP, yung aming Executive Secretary. Ang sabi naman na nag-file po ng leave si Senator Loren. Kaya nga po, nung hearing po ng Juan, wala po siya.
However, Senate President Gatchalian clarified that he has no official knowledge of her foreign travel and that they have not spoken about it. While Senator Legarda has left the country, another senator remains in hiding. The Department of Justice will include Senator Robin Hood Padilla's own admission that he advised Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa to hide as part of their evidence. This comes as the DOJ enters the final stage of its investigation into the obstruction of justice complaint filed by the Philippine National Police CIDG against Padilla.
We will not preempt anything from the investigating panel. And of course, we're also looking, we've heard there's also an ongoing investigation with the Office of the Ombudsman.
For now, De La Rosa remains at large as the relentless manhunt operation by authorities continues to track down the senator's whereabouts. Victor Liantino, IBC News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. was in Ilocos Norte today, where he announced the largest budget in TESDA's history during the mass graduation of more than 1,000 scholars. The president also vowed to expand TESDA's training and scholarship programs to equip more Filipinos with the skills needed for better job opportunities and a changing economy. IBC News correspondent Harley Valbuena has more on the president's engagement in Ilocos Norte.
This year, bibigyan natin ang TESDA ng pinakamalaking budget sa kasaysayan ng TESDA. Halos 19 bilyong piso, 19 billion pesos ang inilaan natin para sa scholarship program upang mas marami pang Pilipino magkaroon ng pagkakataon, matuto at magkaroon ng magandang hanap buhay kagaya ng ating mga graduate ngayon.
This was the good news of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. at the mass graduation of over 1,000 scholars of TESDA in Ilocos Norte. They earned certificates under the TESDA Training for Work Scholarship Program and Special Training for Employment Program or STEP. In his speech, the President emphasized that investment in education and training is the most important towards a vibrant economy and bright future for the country. The President assured that training programs of TESDA will be expanded so talents and skills of more Filipinos will be honed. Among those to be enhanced are the Enterprise-Based Education and Training or EBET program, Tulong Trabaho Scholarship Program, TESDA Online Program, TVET for Social Equity Program, and TVET Micro-Credentialing. This aims to provide Filipino workers with the necessary set of skills for the changing world and modern technology. The President also praised teachers and the private sector who serve as partners of government in training the TESDA students. He then issues a call for TESDA graduates
Use what you have learned and use this training that you have undergone so that you can improve not only your own lives, but not only the lives of your family, not only the lives of our communities, but also the lives of all Filipinos around the country.
Meanwhile, President Marcos Jr. also visited the Governor Roque B. Ablan Sr. Memorial Hospital in Lawag City to inspect the implementation of the government's healthcare programs, including the zero balance billing. Harley Valbuena, IBC News.
Big relief at the pump is set for the next week as diesel and gasoline prices are projected to decline once more due to recent diplomatic breakthroughs on the conflict in the Middle East. Local oil industry sources said both diesel and gasoline prices will go down by around 4 pesos and 50 centavos to 5 pesos per liter next week. These estimates are based on the 4-day trading of mean of Platts Singapore, the pricing basis of refined goods in Southeast Asia. This will also be the second consecutive week where diesel and gasoline prices are estimated to decrease. Oil prices retreated as renewed hopes of a diplomatic breakthrough to the U.S.-Iran conflict eased the geopolitical risk. Furthermore, the stronger Philippine peso this week against the dollar helped put downward pressure in domestic prices.
The Philippine economy has slowed down in the second quarter of this year. The Philippine Statistics Authority reports GDP grew just 2.3% in the second quarter of 2026. This is lower than the 2.8% in the first quarter of 2026 and far below the 5.5% seen a year ago. Officials say this is due to investor and consumer confidence reeling from the flood control corruption scandal combined with inflationary pressure from the Middle East crisis. PSA Chief Claire Dennis Mapa noted this is the economy's weakest footing since late 2009, excluding the pandemic years. Malacanang, however, insists the slowdown is temporary. Palace Press Officer Claire Castro says the administration expects momentum to return in the second half of 2026. As public spending ramps up and budget releases accelerate, the palace maintains the latest GDP figure may have fallen short of expectations, but it does not define the country's long-term economic trajectory.
The proposed 85 peso daily wage hike for minimum wage earners in the National Capital Region, or NCR, has gained broad support as both the public and private sectors seek to lift the court order halting its implementation. With both sectors now speaking with one voice, the joint resolution supporting the wage hike is set to be submitted as part of the effort to allow the order to take effect. IBC News correspondent Patrick Gupo has the report.
Labor groups, employers, and the Department of Labor and Employment have united in calling on the Supreme Court to lift the Temporary Restraining Order or TRO, halting the implementation of Wage Order number 27.
Nagkasundo ang employers, manggagawa, na manawagan sa husgado na i-lift ang Temporary Restraining Order ng Branch 152.
The wage order grants an 85 pesos daily wage increase for private sector minimum wage earners in Metro Manila to be implemented in 2 tranches, 60 pesos last July 27 and an additional 25 pesos on January 20, 2027. Labor Secretary Francis Tolentino said the agreement was reached during a special meeting of the National Tripartite Industrial Peace Council, where representatives from the government, labor, and employers discussed ways to resolve the issue. He said that DOLE will also sign the joint resolution that will be submitted in support of lifting the TRO so that the wage order can take effect.
After these talks, we wait for the final decision of the judge. Any resolution emanating from the council's discussions can be used as evidence, documentary before the Regional Trial Court of Pasig, Branch 152.
The TRO was issued by the Pasig Regional Trial Court, Branch 152, after 2 construction firms filed a petition questioning the implementation of the wage order. Despite this, the Labor Department said the joint resolution of labor and employer groups could serve as documentary evidence in the pending case. Meanwhile, labor organizations have also expressed support for the motion seeking to lift the TRO.
Kami sa FFW, sa Nagkaisa Labor Coalition, ay sinusuportahan namin yan at may final kaming motion din, manifestation that we support that motion of the Office of the Solicitor General for the lifting of the TRO.
The Federation of Free Workers maintained that the regional trial court has no jurisdiction over the petition and said it is prepared to elevate the matter to the Supreme Court if necessary. Employers also threw their support behind the agreement.
Kami lahat ay in the end nag-agree kami on going forward on this wage increase.
The Employers Confederation of the Philippines said that while it was not consulted by the two companies that filed the petition, its members support moving forward with the wage increase, citing the shared interests of workers, employers, and the country's economy. Patrick Gupo, IBC News.
Coming up next, the House of Representatives brings Legis Here to Butuan City, giving residents a direct voice in shaping national laws. Stay tuned. This is 13 News.
Napakagandang tanong yan. No? Hindi lang ito para sa younger version ko, pero para na rin sa mga kabataan sa ngayon. Napakahalaga na mag-invest sa inyong sarili, sa inyong kaalaman. Hindi lang basta-basta invest in assets sa mga ari-arian, pero napakahalaga na mag-invest ka sa sarili mo. Hindi natin alam kung hanggang saan tayo aabutin ng kaalaman na meron tayo at yung reach or influence na maibibigay natin sa ating mga kababayan kung tayo empowered at syempre knowledgeable sa lipunan.
The Department of Foreign Affairs is drawing a firm line against threats of violence after caskets bearing anti-Chinese sentiments were found across Metro Manila. The DFA says it does not condone violence against anyone, including foreign nationals and officials, calling such behavior irresponsible and intolerable. While the country upholds freedom of expression, the agency emphasized that this right does not extend to threats that endanger lives or security of other nationalities. The DFA adds it is working closely with law enforcement to investigate the incident and hold accountable those behind the reckless act. The agency insists these actions do not reflect how Filipinos express dissent, nor the nation's approach to foreign relations. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives has started rolling out its newest initiative, Legis Here, which aims to gather feedback and suggestions from the public about laws and other national issues. The program is now visiting cities across the country to hear the concerns, comments, and recommendations of Filipinos. IBC correspondent Simon Ong has more on the initiative.
Direct answer for the Filipino people's need. That's the heart of Legis Here, a new initiative of the House of Representatives that will go city to city to assess and listen to the public's cry on every district. And for its second leg, it reached Butuan City to hear them loud and clear. About 2,000 residents from Butuan went to the gymnasium of Caraga State University to join the Legis Here. A number of information desk, emergency desk, and a number of police surrounding the area to ensure the safety of all the people. They're excited not just from the benefits that they will get from the partner agencies, but alas, they have been involved and their voices are now heard.
Mahalaga po, para po sa kalusugan ng tao. Ano po, sa gamot, yun, mura.
Abot kaya.
At
saka bigyan halaga ang mga BHW.
Paano?
Taas yung sahod namin. Taas yung sahod namin.
Legal experts also attended to shed a light and explain how laws are made. The representative of the Lone District of Butuan City, Jose Joboy Aquino II, thanked the House as their district is chosen to be the second leg of Legislature. House Secretary General Attorney Shelley Garafil underscored the true ambition of the initiative.
Important component of Legislature is the focus group discussions na kung saan yung mga tao will meet, yung mga agencies will have the chance to meet the agencies as a group, and then they will discuss basically yung mga personal issues nila.
For IBC News, Simon Ong, Congress TV.
The Philippines has produced a new generation of history makers as young Filipino gymnasts captured the country's first ever gold and bronze medals at the 10th Aerobic Gymnastics Asian Championships in Tagaytay City. Both Filipino duos dominated the youth mixed pairs event, with Rimel Daniel Cabides and Antoinette Amante winning the gold medal after scoring 17.80 points, while Reese Enoch Balmayor and John Micaela Ladaran claimed the bronze. Cabides and Amante edged Vietnam's pair on execution score to clinch the gold, while Balmayor and Ladaran completed a historic podium finish for the host nation. Another pair of golden champions has emerged for the Philippines after Filipina Jiu-Jitsu stars Kimberly Custodio and Ani Ramirez captured the 2 gold medals at the 2026 JJIF World Championships in Abu Dhabi, United Arab Emirates. Custodio dominated the women's 45-kilogram division to secure her 4th World Championship title, while Ramirez ruled the 57-kilogram class to claim her 3rd JJIF World Gold Medal. The Philippines has so far collected 2 golds, 1 silver, and 4 bronze medals in the 2026 JJIF World Championship.
American independent studio A24 has released the official trailer for its upcoming film Primetime, starring and produced by Robert Pattinson. The film is inspired by true events and draws from the infamous television series To Catch a Predator. Pattinson portrays the investigative journalist Chris Hansen as the story follows his high-profile strings targeted suspected child predators. Primetime arrives in theaters on September 25. A New Mexico judge ordered tech giant Meta to pay $567 million to fund teen mental health programs. The ruling seeks to address the alleged harm caused by Meta's social media platforms to young users. The court also ordered Meta to limit users under 18 to 90 hours of app usage per month and to prohibit unconnected adults from messaging minors. The fund will support youth mental health treatment, awareness, and prevention services over the next 5 years.
We have tragic news from Bangkok, Thailand. A school shooting has left several people dead and more than a dozen others injured. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump has signed 2 executive orders targeting birthright citizenship. CJ Reyes has more of these international developments.
A 14-year-old student opened fire at a school on the outskirts of Bangkok on Friday morning before taking his own life. The school shooting left at least 7 people dead and more than 15 others injured. Authorities said the suspect also killed his grandparents before heading to the school, where he fired at least 26 rounds of ammunition. Police have secured the school's premises and continue to investigate the motive behind the attack. U.S. President Donald Trump signed 2 executive orders aimed at restricting birthright citizenship. The first order seeks to deny automatic U.S. citizenship to children born of parents who have entered or remained in the country illegally. The second directs the Department of Homeland Security to develop new measures to curb so-called birth tourism. The orders come after the U.S. Supreme Court blocked Trump's previous executive order on birthright citizenship, ruling that it is unconstitutional.
Wealthy people are building businesses around birthright citizenship. They're buying their way in, and we're not going to let it happen.
Meanwhile, NASA astronaut Don Petit shared a time-lapse of the International Space Station showing a 180-degree rotation maneuver, while also capturing magnificent views of city lights across the Mediterranean. The rotation is a routine procedure used to reorient the station in preparation for docking events. CJ Reyes, IBC News.
Before we wrap up tonight's newscast, we bring you the results of the PCSO 9 p.m. lottery draws. For the Mega Lotto 645, the winning numbers are 12, 6, 21, 32, 25, and 3, with a jackpot prize of 15 million pesos. For the Ultra Lotto 658, the winning combination is 43, 51, 14, 9, 11, and 12, with the jackpot prize of 188,654,045 pesos and 96 centavos. For the 4D Lotto, the winning combination in exact order is 6, 9, 6, and 4. For the 3D Lotto, the winning numbers are 5, 6, and 9. And for the 2D draw, the winning numbers are 20 and 7. There are no winners for the Mega Lotto 645 and Ultra Lotto 658.
Do you know someone who loves anime or Japanese culture in general? This weekend may be the perfect time for them to celebrate as the Otaku Expo Tanabata Festival 2026 takes place on August 8 and 9 at SM Megamall's Mega Trade Halls 2 and 3. The two-day event features a variety of Japanese pop culture activities, including game booths, stage events, and exclusive cosplay meet and greets. Walk-in tickets cost 299 pesos, while premium merchandise tier packages are priced at up to 1,799 pesos.
And those were the latest from the IBC Newsroom this evening. I'm Greg Gregorio.
We'll continue to monitor the stories that matter and bring you updates as they develop. I'm Angela C.
And I'm Gabrielle Lopez. This is 30 News. Enjoy your weekend.